This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to We'll Run For. This is your host, Tom, and with me, as always, are Aaron.
Hello.
Michael.
Hello.
And Diana.
Hi, we're in a much better mood this week.
Give it time.
There's a cat licking Michael's feet right now.
Technically, it's like my ankle.
A video of Michael's feet.
Yeah, we
getting
took
licked.
a week off because we were all worn out last week.
Yeah, we also
were done.
bought a house one day, and then Diana and Tom had stuff going on.
Yeah.
We just all had stuff going on.
Diana was sick, right?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, I sort of got, and I think Aaron, you might have said this in our group chat, where for Michael and myself, it's like our immune systems are actively working against us instead of for us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
Like, you two are the sickest people I've ever met in my entire life, I think is what I said to you. And then you were like, it's like our immune systems hate us. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
I don't understand. And I do like everything that I should to like help boost immune system. Like I take like elderberry or like vitamin C every day, and like I get exercise, and it like all this stuff that you're supposed to do that's like this will help give you a healthy immune system. It's all BS. None of it matters. Like
It's all snake oil.
it's all snake oil. But I got like really sick like Easter weekend, and then had to get on antibiotics and was on that all week, and then took a week off and didn't work out or do anything. So
yeah, but we bought a house last week.
Yeah.
For those who
Congratulations.
Awesome.
don't follow our Instagram stories and didn't get to see our run in our new neighborhood this past weekend,
It's not haunted.
it is, I don't know. We haven't determined that for sure. Diana says
No.
it's the ghost house. Oh,
It's the
Diana
ghost
sent
house.
us a nice housewarming present.
Oh, yeah.
It was a ghost hunting kit. It's so funny because I made the joke like
This is
as
going to be a ghost hunting kit.
as the Amazon box, and I saw an address. I was like, "Oh, this is from Diana and Tom," and I was like, "It's going to be a ghost hunting kit." And he
it's a
laughed at me,
straight.
and I opened it up, and it was the Ouija board, and I literally almost died.
It's a Ouija board.
I'm like, it is
Oh,
a ghost
God.
hunting.
I laughed so hard when I did that.
Oh.
Oh God!
The little card
the
was
silly
like,
things
"Congrats
in
on
life.
your new home."
I
And
know.
it was a Ouija board.
Oh gosh!
For context, our house is from 1860.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
So Diana swears that we're gonna find ghosts.
Yeah.
We have
I'm not
a
saying
ghost
it's
door.
guaranteed.
We have a
but-
ghost door in our bedroom.
oh, yeah, there is. Yeah.
Little door where the ghosts can hang out
Yeah, sure.
under the stairwell.
So that's where they're supposed to be.
Nice.
That's where they say.
Where else would they be?
They have
Where
to be
else would
there.
they be?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it was
guess
funny. We were actually just watching like a House Hunters episode. People were looking in Salem, and I kept thinking about you guys because the husband, he wanted kind of like a newer home or whatever, but she wanted like these like historic homes from like 1768, and they went into one house and went directly into the basement. He's like, "I'm never coming back in this room again." He's like, "This."
Oh gosh.
Oh,
He was like,
God.
"Why is this like this?" Like,
That's so funny.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
no, our town is like a little historic town. There's like plaques everywhere on like
love it.
who lived there. There's like, this was General so-and-so's house and in 17 whatever and 1820 and like
Yeah.
so
That's
Found
so
it in
cool.
1703.
there's a distillery coming to
Oh,
the town that
yes.
Michael's super excited about
Ooh.
in like
2
one of
blocks
these-
away.
one of the
Yes.
historic houses.
Yeah.
That's very
and
cool.
we went by it, and it's got like the little plaque outside that says like that one's from like 1840, right?
1856, I think. I think
Oh,
it was
okay.
like 4 years older than ours or 7 years older than ours. Or
Wow.
Younger than our. Oh,
Does
older.
your
Yeah.
house have a plaque? Do you know who lived there?
No, we're gonna try and find out some information. The part about it
Library.
is that it's good and bad. It is literally 1.5 blocks out of what's considered the historic district. So
not as many rules, but
there's not
as much
any
information.
rules because of the like if we want to make changes to the outside, which is why the outside right now wasn't kept to like what it the original, and we
what it
kind of
should
want
be,
to
yeah.
we want to kind of change things back as time goes on, to give it more of a historic look. But then because it's outside of the historical district, there's a little less information. We were told that to go over to the library that they keep literature on every house that's ever built in Haddonfield. So we'll find out.
Be
Yeah,
careful
very
what
cool.
you look for.
It's true.
You're going to find some story about how some couple.
And Michael Myers.
Is it Haddonfield? Isn't it the same?
Yeah.
The same name as the town that
Yep.
Yeah,
I thought so. I was like, why does this sound so familiar? And it's where Michael Myers grew up.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been busy. Me dying, getting ready to move into their house. Apparently,
I've
So-
golfed a few times. I did
Cool.
travel. I traveled for work. It was like a 48 hour trip down to Raleigh, Durham.
Raleigh's a
And
great town.
it was the first day or within a few hours that TSA lifted the mask mandate on planes and in the airport. That is a different situation now. And like a rookie, I checked in way late for my flight, so I was B56 on Southwest.
Oh.
So literally, I'm in the very back row, right next to the bathroom,
Oh.
and 70% of the plane doesn't have a mask on, and it's packed.
Oh God.
Ugh.
So just the air circulating in that particular plane,
From the bathroom.
like everything about it, I was like, I should be wearing a helmet, not just a mask. I should be wearing.
Yeah.
Oh my
But-
gosh. Yeah, we're actually headed to Raleigh in a couple weeks.
Yes.
I found us a half marathon while we were down there.
Yeah.
Of which now all of a sudden toxic masculinity is back, and
Here we
Jamie
go.
and
Return of toxic masculinity.
and
Winner-
Michael
winner-
are who's going to win the half marathon, because Michael may have used a P word to describe Jamie when he said, "Oh, maybe I'll just do the 10K."
Yep.
Hey,
That's what I love using that word. It's so disarming for people when it comes from someone
Oh
that's
my
like not
God.
expecting it.
here's the thing: can the loser please take the winner to the Angus barn?
See, Angus Barn is famous in our world a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Every
it was
time you bring it
funny,
up, I just
but
think it's hilarious, because our friend Colleen, or Michael's best friend Colleen, goes there like it's like their
A
like
local
holiday
hangout.
tradition, like
Yeah.
it's their like
Mm.
place to go.
They live like a half a mile away,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
But it's like the big steakhouse to go to, I guess, in that part of Raleigh.
I don't know. Tom posted it the
It-
other day on his Facebook, and like a whole bunch of people were like, "It's the best steakhouse I've ever been to," who don't live in Raleigh.
Oh wow, there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
I mean, it was good. It was expensive.
Yeah.
Our
Vendor paid for it, right?
our vendor was paying
There
for
you
it,
go.
but it's just the whole thing is just an amazingly ridiculous experience, and that's not
Well, because
necessarily
of the
saying
decor, right?
the decor. It's very kitschy. I don't know what that word means, but I think I'm using it correctly. Like, it's an experience. If you're in Raleigh, Durham, go to the Angus Barn. You're going to spend about $95 on any steak, but you'll like it.
I don't know. Since we're headed down there, I said, just turned to him after you had been there. I was like, "We're gonna have to go to Angus Barn now, aren't we?"
At least drive past it and see how ridiculous the
Oh, we've
whole...
driven past it like 50
driven
times.
past it a few times. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
it's ridiculous on the outside too.
Yeah.
It's a barn.
It's literally a bar. Yes.
So.
Anyway,
I guess, what are we running for this week?
Oh, should we do
well,
some
should we
5-star
do
reviews first?
the reviews first?
Guys, okay, Michael. I'm sorry.
This stays in.
Do we have any 5-star reviews?
We have an updated review from Melissa Harrell. Disney Dreaming. I'm dreaming of Dopey this year.
Woo!
And you guys always have so many fun Run Disney stories. I might just be inspired enough to do it. Thanks for always being funny, relatable, and real. Love the podcast. Every single episode. Thanks for inspiring us all to be better runners. Happy miles to you all. Aw.
Here's an
That's
update.
great.
Melissa's so great.
Thank you.
Here's an update.
Did she get
What's
in?
that?
She said, "I might be inspired enough to do it." She is absolutely 100% doing it. And then she reached out in our Sparkle Squad for a roommate with her friend Erica. And you know who responded? Jessica Garand.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
So we might be having
Love
like
it.
a little podcast connection without even knowing it. I was like, I sent both of them a message and was like, I know you guys. Like, you guys would be great.
That's awesome.
That's so fun.
Neither of you are psychos. It's fine.
That's a plus.
That is a plus.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I said, be roommates and then come to our podcast meetup.
Yay! Please do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into this, but it's gonna be a lot of people down there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to find some outside, non-ticketed situation.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
do
where-
do
Disney
Disney
Springs.
Springs for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
gonna have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. Again, thanks for the 5-star reviews, and thanks to everybody who shares the show every time and all that. That's really the best way to get it out there. So thank you all.
Absolutely. Can I ask now what we're running for?
You can ask
Yeah.
now.
Absolutely. You can ask now.
So what are we running for this week?
I'll go first because I'm running for something yummy. Chance the Rapper just did a new collaboration with Ben and Jerry's. Mint chocolate Chance. It is freaking phenomenal. It's mint
Oh,
ice
man.
cream with brownie in it.
I might have to
It is
sacrifice my stomach because I
phenomenal.
doubt that they made that in almond milk, even though they make a lot of their stuff. They have like 20 flavors in almond milk now. But all the new ones never come out in almond milk for like a long time.
Yeah. No, this is good. He was on Colbert talking about it, and then Tom just was at Giant and they had it, and he picked me up some. It was so great.
Michael does not like mint ice cream. And he
Oh.
thinks that mint
I think
ice
it's for
cream
old
is for old people.
Oh,
Um,
I don't know. I like butter pecan. I think that's more old people.
Listen,
I do like butter pecan.
I will say that we had a survey of people at some point about mint chocolate chip, and the people told him he was wrong. So
I'm not saying you guys are old at heart. I'm just saying.
It's for old people.
It's
I
just for
don't
old
know. I don't
people.
know if I've heard it's for old people. I remember I did not like it when I was a kid. I don't think. Or
Yeah,
maybe
I
I
don't
just
think I
never
did.
tried it.
mint
Maybe I just
chocolate's
didn't want it.
yeah, mint chocolate's always been my favorite. Like even from like because I remember because Girl Scouts had the thin mints, and I
The
was
mint.
like, it was
Yeah.
always like the mint.
I
Like,
get that.
yeah, I always ate mint chocolate chip. That was always my favorite ice cream, and it had
Yeah.
to be green when I was younger. It still
Oh.
should be green, but
This is not green, so
Now-
don't open it up. And
now
expect it to
I
be
can
green.
I can live without it being green. But when I was young, like if the mint
If it
chocolate
wasn't
chip
green, you
wasn't
didn't believe
green,
it.
yeah,
Didn't
and my
trust
mom
it.
would have to try and tell me that it's still mint chocolate, and I'd be like, no, it's not. I'm running for also something yummy. I'm running for all the food that I'm going to consume in my new town because everything is within walking distance. And on Saturday, we ran 8 miles, and then we checked out a new place called Jersey Java. Well, new to us, Jersey Java, that had this delicious quiche that I ate.
Oh, it looked really good. It looked
And
really
I plan to now run every Saturday and then finish my run someplace
Well,
eating something yummy.
The best is it's like
think it's
we
great.
can finish we can do a 10-mile loop and finish our run right in town and then walk 2 blocks home.
good. Yeah, that's perfect.
That's
so it's
awesome.
like
And so
perfect.
I'm running for all the amazing food that I'm going to eat and then have to try and run off for the rest of the week.
Mhm.
I love it.
When I was stalking you guys and I looked at your house on like the street view, right to the left of your house, it was like a pizzeria.
Yes.
Is that a thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like 15 feet away.
Here's the saddest part about it is that pre-pandemic, they had like Eden Dining and
Fresh
they made a
pasta.
homemade fresh pasta. And now after like they closed their dining room, they don't make the fresh pasta anymore.
Well, they make fresh
Oh.
linguine.
No, and I asked, they said they don't make any fresh pasta in-house anymore. They make no in-house pasta anymore, but they're looking for a new location where they can start making some of that stuff again. But when we looked at the pizza place, we thought that we were getting like all this, like we were going to get like full fresh pasta regularly. It's fine. It's probably better for my waistline that we're not getting
They do
2
have very
doors
good
down
pizza, though.
from fresh pasta.
Yeah.
Instead, we just have pizza, which is also not great for my waistline, but whatever. It's fine.
Hey, it works.
I am running for City Strides,
Mm.
thanks to Jack Witzig. It's I guess it's a web app that tracks all the streets in towns and helps you run all the streets in a town.
Yeah. So like
So-
Jack
Oh,
did
interesting.
like every street in Haddonfield, every street in Collingswood, every street. So he's trying to run all of the little
Towns
local
around
towns
him,
around
yeah.
him because he lives
In that
a few
area.
towns over.
Yeah.
Kind of like where we are is very city blockish in the fact that like each block is like 5 to 6 houses and then a street and then 5 to 6 houses and a street. So it's very suburb. So it's easier to run streets like that because but you have to run a lot of grids.
Oh, gotcha.
So mine is annoying. I'm running for foot pain.
That's
I'm
not
not
something
running
to
for
run
it.
for. You're
I'm
He's
no
not running for
doctor.
it.
I'm no doctor, but I'm fairly certain that in my right foot I've got a case of plantar fasciitis going on. I'm going to see an orthopedic in 2 days. Our friend Nicole, who we run with a lot,
Yep.
she goes to this guy and he's helped her out. He's a runner. I don't know. I gotta get this addressed. I gotta treat it. I gotta get this better because it really, really hurts and it just sucks. Everything about it sucks. Anybody who's ever dealt with it, it sucks.
Did you read through like a lot of the stuff that people talked about in the?
Oh yeah.
Have you done
Oh, yeah.
any of the rolling and the stretching and like the stuff specifically meant for that?
Yep. I rolled my calves. I've rolled it on the ball. I've iced it. I'm
gonna be transparent. He rolled his calf for the first time yesterday, and then it didn't magically go away. So,
Did you try and change your Peloton shoes or anything?
he has been rolling
Not
on
yet.
the ball, like
Okay.
the foot, but he didn't do anything with his calves. I think until like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's the difference between going to a podiatrist and an orthopedic for that?
I have no idea. I think I'm going
Okay.
I'm going to one of them.
Okay.
It's definitely he's probably a podiatrist. I don't know. Again,
No, I know people who've gone to both, and I was just wondering whether there is actually a known difference between
No, I
those
don't
two
know.
things.
I'm sure there's a difference, but I'm going to someone who's has treated this for our friend who runs.
Yeah. It's always
So-
good to have a doctor that's a runner or a PT that's a runner. I mean, I would recommend that if you do end up going to a PT, or if they send you to a PT, try and find one that has a running background or a sports medicine type background.
Yeah, so getting this all sorted out, and because I'll be honest, I'm nervous. We're going to start dopey training. I got to be able to put those miles in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
want to get
address-
healthy.
I got to address this now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But okay, so getting better is one of my goals.
That
It's a good goal.
is a good goal. Do we have anybody else who has any goals?
And now, it's time for our Will Run 4 Goal Getters. Congrats on making your goals, you getters. Oh, who runs this shit?
All right. Well, I will kick us off. Jen Hall. She got her new job.
Yay!
I remember one of her goals at the beginning of the year
Yep.
was to look for a new job. So I haven't talked to her, so I have to find out all about it.
Yeah, I'll have to chat with her
and-
too.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard. I don't think she announced where she's going or anything yet. And I don't think I'm connected with her on LinkedIn. So, all right. So she says, got the job. Now to start to focus on fitness. So
Yeah.
I
Did
think
you guys
her new schedule a little.
Did you guys see that she ran that 10K and ran it?
Mhm.
She's gotten fast.
Yeah.
She's gotten real fast. She's gotten real fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Disney hand cyclist.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wendy, she hit her goal of back-to-back Boston wins and broke her own course record at Boston.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Holy
That's so
crap.
amazing.
I tried to watch it, but they didn't show it on the live stream, and I was kind of unhappy about that. But that's
Oh.
a whole different thing. Her new goal, though, is to win New York City and Boston in the same year.
She can do it.
So I assume
could
she's
definitely do
doing
it.
New York this year.
Yeah.
That sounds that way.
We will be cheering you on if you are.
It's amazing.
Matt Trax to get a training plan together now that I'm officially in for Dopey, which will also be my first marathon.
Nice.
That's
Yes.
That seems to be a common thing.
A lot of
for,
people do that. That's
the
a
first
hell of a-
marathon.
I mean-
and I know, like, besides Tom, I know about
bunch of
4 or
people,
5
yeah.
doing it. Let's talk
Mhm.
about Melissa Harrell, her friend Erica. That's
Yeah.
going to be her first.
I mean,
Dopey
it's
and
basically like
marathon.
running an ultra for your first marathon.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, guys. It's not great. It's
Oh, gosh.
All right. Spindrift Soul. The goal is to get rest and get foot checked out by a
Ah.
doc.
is that you?
I'm such a bad rester.
Is this your Finsta?
Same. Good luck with your foot.
Yeah. You can be like Tom. He's got his little compression sockies
Oh my
on
gosh,
now.
what is happening with these
No.
people? Look
Ugh.
at this next one. Go ahead,
Oh
Diana.
my gosh. All right. Mad Girl 2. Work on strength training while my foot injury is healing.
What's with these feet?
What is happening?
I don't know. What's
It's
happening?
not a good time for feet.
Keep on plan for the first Dopey.
Yeah.
Another
See,
first
another.
Dopey.
And I was chatting with Donna. Donna has plantar
Yeah,
also.
she has plantar also.
Yep.
What is going on,
Yeah.
guys? What is with all your
I don't
feet?
know.
Yeah. Mine are great. Look how
Oh,
mine
God.
look.
Keep
Mine
moving,
look so
keep
good.
moving.
Ah.
Second star Megan. She is started her training for Dopey. She's
I saw that.
yeah, she's starting to
Thanks a
tick
lot.
up for her base miles to start to I don't know, get some miles on her feet.
Mm-hmm.
Super proud of her.
Snarky Snacker decided to switch gears for marathon training, more speed, and intentional workouts. I'm scared and excited.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, she's training for Chicago before she jumps into Dopey training.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Julie Bean runs. Knocked out 5 miles 2 weeks ago, then 5.75 this past weekend. Slowly increasing my mileage. Injury free for my first in-person post-COVID race on 5/21.
That's
Get it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Little by little.
Yep.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Jennifer Cook, my goal is to run, finish, and feel good throughout and after the Providence Marathon this Sunday.
That's awesome.
Get it, Queen?
Yes. Lisa Knits and Trains. We did not discuss our goal getters video that Michael posted this time around.
Oh,
I've been
my
saying.
Pure magic.
God.
Pure magic. Thank you, Michael.
Disturbing. It
I've
was
been-
disturbing.
I've been saving that one for so long.
she-
I didn't know what to do with
Oh my god. She comments that the video's hilarious.
it.
It was something. I'm not sure hilarious was the right word for me.
Oh god.
Disturbing. Second, I finally rode my bicycle outside. I found a 100-mile bike ride in December. Ooh, going for the century. Nice. Now I need to sign up, fundraise, and begin training. Finally, I need to eat more vegetables. Don't we all?
Oh my God. I swear
What
to
is
God,
a vegetable?
when I came back from Disney, I was like, my body didn't understand what a vegetable was. Like, I don't know why. Like,
Yeah. I mean, Michael and I ate pepperoni pizza like 5 times last week.
Yeah, I feel like that actually did happen. Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. We have Jamie. Don't be a Hill. Uh,
Wow. Toxic masculinity rears its ugly head once
my
more.
gosh.
so he ran. Back in 2019, he ran Stride for Stroke, and when he was at his heaviest, 360 plus, and that's when he decided to take control of his life and have the weight loss surgery. So they've added a 10K since then. So he jumped in to the 10K and ran it 50 seconds faster than his 5K from 2019.
Oh,
Wow.
my
Also-
God.
Yeah.
He shaved 6 minutes off his 10K PR to 106.34. And then also did another 5K, the bunny run. And, just a respectable 31 minutes for him there.
Good
That's
He's just
God.
so fat.
cruising at 31 now.
Does he just do like a ton of speed work? Like, is that how he's getting so fast?
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
I think he generally runs faster when he runs, right?
I don't know. I don't know that he's like doing speed work though, where he's like
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
interval work, like to like.
I think
try-
he's still
he
in that early
just kind of
phase.
sort of just
Yeah.
runs, and the
Yeah.
more he runs, the faster he gets.
Yep.
Must be nice.
All right, Emily O'Keefe. Get this heckin' ankle better and back up and running.
Oh my God, is
my
everybody
God.
injured?
Like,
What is
they're the
happening?
walking
Everyone is
dead.
injured.
The walking wounded.
gosh.
Like,
Oh.
God.
Oh my God.
You can instead of bringing us on the run, bring us to PT. We'll
Yeah.
be there too.
Wow.
Brooke Shambach, following on the heels of a great interview with Ben, my hubby and I conquered the dirty kiln with creek crossing, mid-thigh, in mud beyond belief. Oh my God. You trail runners. His pre-race speech was the best. So, yeah,
Ben,
we just
yes.
had Ben on the Runner's Studio.
Yeah, if you missed it, go back and catch the race director of Rockin' the Knob fame.
Yes,
he
Dirty
was on.
Kiln.
Yes. So,
Just a torture. He just wants to torture people.
yes, pretty
Like,
much.
I think
Mud,
it's like a
creek crossings, mid-thigh high. Isn't that the one where he says that the smell of like the mud,
mud,
or something?
yes, that's
like
a
a dirty kiln.
The
Yeah,
mud that has
yeah.
a specific smell, yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
his
just
favorite
leave.
smell. Yeah,
Like it
I
would
would
be
just
like I would
leave.
see people I would see people like up to their like thighs in mud. I'd be like, I'm out. I'm
my
out.
God.
Like
right. Greg from Orlando says that his short term is Sunday is Palm Bluff 50K. So by the
Mhm.
time you hear this, that will be done. So I guess we'll have to find out how that went. Looking forward to heat training and getting through it. Longer term, finish planning and execute my first 100K in June and supported run leading into his first 100-miler in July.
woo.
We were
Yeah.
just chatting about that a little bit today. He's getting his spreadsheets and his
Everything
pacing
together.
plans and
Awesome.
everything kind of together for that. I'm keeping that weekend kind of open on my calendar. I don't know that I can make it work, but I'd love to fly out on like Friday to crew him and then fly back either late Sunday or first thing Monday morning.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of keeping that open on my calendar.
Fun.
Just-
I will
if I
say,
can,
and not to take anything away from anybody else, but Greg is someone that I didn't really know at all before this podcast. And just to see like what he's done and how he's pushed himself and been very methodical about a new challenge and training properly and
Yeah.
like everything about it, his whole, to use a cliche, journey is very cool to watch.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
From
100%.
accidental marathoner
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
was again another one of those ones who has a weight loss journey.
Yep.
Accidental marathoner to 100-miler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now I'm stalking his girlfriend. I love her. I love him too.
You clearly love his girlfriend more.
Oh my God, we like message each other.
Oh my God, go.
Jessica Grand, my current goal is to hydrate. Holy geez, I need accountability for this. Medium term goal, find local races and keep training fresh, even if it's in the middle of stupid Florida summer. And long term goal is 2023 Dopey as a first timer.
Nice.
I do have one extra goal getter that's not on here. I am going to throw in a goal getter for karate.
Oh,
He trained his
about
butt.
him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
trained his butt off for Boston. Got COVID the week before and could
Mhm.
not run it. Just
Yeah.
like he physically couldn't run it.
Yeah.
But I am proud of him because he didn't run it.
Yeah.
Because karate in previous years would have run it and then faceplant it on the damn race course and had to be dragged to the hospital. And he was smart enough to not run it. And I think that's
I think
Commendable
in
and
the
some-
end, yeah, because I think I messaged him and I said that, like, you know, in the end, taking a couple weeks to recover, reassess,
Mm-hmm.
go back out there and BQ again, try and go for a BQ again,
yeah.
and go back next year stronger, is nothing to be ashamed of, for
No.
sure.
It was
No.
the
I
right
think that
call.
if he had done the race, he would have pushed himself. And even if he didn't faceplant, I feel like, you know, at that point you
You do
beat
more
yourself
damage.
to the point where you
Mhm.
now have to take off months from
Yes.
running because you're just so beaten down by one race. And then what did you really accomplish in the end if you didn't even, you know, he wasn't able to run it the way he wanted to. So
Yeah, for him, it was a specific time he wanted to hit, not just finish the race.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Speaking of secondary goal getters, I have Robert here who sent me a message that said that he's been fighting IT band and knee issues for a couple weeks.
Gosh.
But he did get to meet his goal in Boston and ran a 4:07. Got him into the top half of his age group. He came in 226th out of 508.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep.
Good for you.
Robert.
He had to wear a strap above his left knee to do it, and he was to keep the pain at bay. It worked, but then there were several days of pain afterwards.
Oh, well, heal up, Robert,
he
please.
skipped his. If you remember, he wasn't doing Boston to Big Sur. He was doing Boston to Heiner.
Oh, my
50K,
God.
which it's like
With like
10,000 feet of elevation or something stupid.
It's super crazy trail race in PA.
Yeah. It's like a well-known trail race. He ended up having to skip it so that he wasn't ready for that pain again that quickly. So, but yeah, shout out to all the people who ran Boston. We didn't really get to talk about it much because we were on our week hiatus, but shout out to everyone who ran, competed, and finished the race. Super proud of you.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's huge. So for karate, Boston, you can't just defer Boston,
No.
right?
No.
So he'd have to qualify again.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'd do it.
I think, was there something where maybe they were holding the qualifying times for an extra year or something?
For this
maybe
year, I
because of
think
COVID.
so. But I don't. Next year,
I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that's like Disney's allowing for 2019.
Yeah.
Ones.
So
I think this year they held them, but I don't think for next year.
next year,
them.
yeah. So he'll have to probably most likely BQ again.
Yeah.
But I think he was like 7 minutes under last time, so it was like significant.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was more than that. I don't even know.
So I wanted to bring up the virtually live race.
Oh yes, we're getting close.
We're
Yeah.
getting close. This episode drops literally as we're about to close registration.
Yeah.
I should have brought up a calendar right before now. This episode drops on Monday. The 2nd. We literally were holding registration until May 3rd. So literally, if you're listening to this episode today, you should be registering if you have not registered yet.
Yeah. The only thing we have not received yet are the cups, which I'm a little starting to get concerned about because it is almost May. I mean, they are at the printers. It's just that is the one thing we were waiting for.
Yes.
Everything else is in.
We have the bibs. We have, I'm not even sure it was brought up. We have temporary tattoos now.
Yeah.
We have the stickers. We've got race bibs.
Real ones.
They're really nice. They came out really good.
Are they big?
Yeah. Oh, no. Are they big? No. I'm sorry. They're actually not. They're like a normal size.
Am I gonna have to fold mine up?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I didn't show them to him in the real size of them, so we haven't had that conversation yet. Registration is open till tomorrow, guys. And then hopefully by this weekend we'll have
tomorrow being what day?
Tomorrow being May 3rd. Registration's open till May 3rd.
Okay.
And then by this weekend, May 5th, 6th, 7th, we will be packaging everything and getting it out in the mail so you can all have it for your May 21st date.
All right. Here's the thing, and I'll put this out there. At the time of recording, which this does nothing for the time that we're actually recording this, but if we hit 100 registrations, and as of right now we're at 88, I think.
Yes.
I will sign up for a 24-hour race.
What?
Wow.
Guys.
If we hit 100 and you got a day to do it, so find some people.
But there what would you sign up for?
Can I announce
24-hour race?
How is this fair? I feel like this should be announced a day before.
Nope.
Sheesh.
Nope. It's a
stretch
last
goal.
Push.
Guys,
this is like PBS.
wow,
It's like when you go to the PBS. What do they do?
Oh my gosh, guys! If you
It's a tall order.
If you have a friend who has not signed up, you better get them on this because now this is really going to be a goal of mine. All day Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to spend my day finding 12 people to sign up for our race.
And just a reminder again, if you want to join us that day,
yes,
Just join us that day. It doesn't
Yes,
matter
you
if
do-
you signed
yeah.
up or not. This is
It's true.
the sign up is for
If you want the medallion, you want the people like swag. So if you want the swag, then sign up for the race. And if not, then just join us for the day.
Yes.
I went over some stats with Tom because he was the stat man last year. And I never actually looked at any of like where our racers were from. Like last year, Tom was tracking it like because I did the registration page this year. Tom did it last year so he could see where everyone's from, who was signing up, how many states we had. I had not looked at any of this. And then the other day I was trying to put it into like a CSV file so that I can import it for mailing. And my gosh, guys, of the 88 people we have like 29 states representative. We have 4 countries. 4.
We're up to 4 countries.
Yes. We have someone from Scotland signed up.
Nice.
Scotland
you know
friend.
who that is?
Scotland friend,
No.
Can you please reveal yourself to us because we would like to know you a little bit better?
It's amazing.
We have a Canadian friend. Canadian friend, can you reveal yourself to us so that we can be friends with you?
I have a bunch of Canadian friends. I don't think.
And then we have
our
our infamous New Zealander who's always
Laura,
with us.
Laura from New Zealand.
Laura from New
Laura
Zealand.
from New
Common
Zealand.
mistake. She's from
Poor
the
Laura.
Netherlands.
Poor Laura.
So yeah, we're excited. Maybe we can, with the extra 12 people that we're going to get between now and tomorrow, get like somewhere around 40 states represented.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find all the missing states.
It's possible.
Tom, what would you
It
do
is.
if we got one from all 50 states?
I don't know. I didn't say when I would run a 24-hour race. I just said as motivation for signing up. And first of all, I don't want to take anything away from the 88 people that showed up for that signed up so far. That's incredible.
It is.
Y'all are amazing.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
I also love how you skipped like 9 different levels. Like, it wasn't like, hey, I'll do like a 12-hour race. Or like...
No, it's right to 24.
It went right to 24. Like,
This is
how many
it,
of those
Tom.
actually exist? Like,
Oh,
it can't be that
Actually,
many.
there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Actually, it's pretty popular
pretty
now.
popular.
Yeah, there's more than you would realize.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm
There's-
not supporting you
There's
in this
one
at all.
in Maryland. There's
I
one
never
in
thought you
Maryland. We
would.
did
I never
Memorial
thought
Day
you would.
weekend last year.
Oh yeah, Memorial Day
Memorial
weekend.
Day
Cowbone,
weekend, there's
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're
Cowbone.
not taking Memorial Day weekend from me. Absolutely not.
That was the one where we were in ankle deep mud, sliding downhill
Yeah.
and sliding uphill.
Yes,
Well, it's
sir.
not going to be that. It's not going to be that one.
Would it be an in-person one or a virtual one? I don't know. It all sounds awful.
I would pick one on like a gravel
gosh.
path or something.
We'll find you
Yeah,
one. We'll
find you
definitely
one.
find you one.
It's good dopey training.
There. You can come up here and do the Hainesport
Oh, yeah.
24-hour one.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of timed races now all over the place.
It's kind of a popular
Yeah.
thing now. Yeah.
Can I do a little update?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, our friends at Rise and Run, the guy Greg that's on that podcast,
Yep.
he reached out, and he wanted to do like because he's a Peleton biker, and he wanted to do some sort of challenge. So we've been chatting back and forth, and we decided that we are going to do a challenge for the month of May. So between May 1st and May 31st, me versus him, whoever has the most mileage on the Peloton, just straight mileage, the loser has to donate to the winner because we're both running Dopey for charity.
Okay.
He's running for Give Kids the World. I'm running for American Cancer Society. And we decided that,
There's your announcement.
yep,
He's running for charity.
I'm running for charity. But we're going to donate $48.60. $48.60.
That makes sense. I donate. That's a popular donation that I like to give, 26.2 or 48.6 or whatever distance of the race people are fundraising for. So that's a
Yeah, I guess I kind of did bury the lead there.
Well, I mean, everyone knew that that we were all planning to sign up for Dopey registration, which we were going to get into as well here because this is kind of a mishmash episode.
Yeah, so I guess we should start talking
So
about
I guess we can
Dopey
kind of transition to that. Michael and Diana both registered the traditional old-fashioned Run Disney disastrous ways.
And that was just as smooth as
just
butter?
as good as Disney
Yeah.
registrations always go. Actually, no, this was worse than the normal Disney registration.
it was horrific.
So before
those
we get
outside
into
of the
that really
community-
quickly, well,
Yeah.
before we get into that real quickly, Tom and I had signed up previously the week before with our own rush registration for American Cancer Society. I've always talked about how I was going to do it for charity. I had originally talked about doing it for Give Kids the World. I never reached out to them. Circumstances kind of changed. Cancer's touched our lives in a lot of different ways through the years. And currently Michael's father has cancer, so he's going through treatment. And I was talking to my friend Megan, who's been through it a lot herself personally. She's had cancer, and now her father's going through it as well. And it just felt like super extra personal this year to do it for an organization that really helps people in those times. So I changed where I was going to fundraise for. And then at Springtime Surprise, Megan had a lovely conversation with Tom.
Yeah. And cancer has definitely touched my immediate family. So it definitely hits close to home. But I think one of the things that I wanted was these miles are going to be, there's going to be a lot of miles. I'm nervous about them. I need motivation to not chicken out when it gets tough. So I was like, if I'm going to do this, why not do some
Give it
good,
meaning.
right?
Yeah.
Give it some sort of meaning outside of myself.
Yep.
So yeah, we registered, and our registration went pretty quick.
It was sold out of Dopey bibs that they had available, sold out in 45 seconds.
Oh yeah.
And the
Oh,
only
yeah.
reason why it sold out
Crazy.
and went in 45 seconds is because that's how long it takes to click the button and then click through the registration process.
That's
so if you were not one of the
wild.
first people that clicked the register button for Dopey, you didn't get it, sadly.
So yeah, I think we both feel very fortunate that we were able to get a bib and
Yes.
we're ready to fundraise and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so we're excited about that. So I'm sure you'll hear somewhat. We're not going to use the podcast as a fundraising source, so you won't constantly hear us asking you for money, we promise. But we just wanted to let you guys know that that's what our plans are.
There are a ton of people running for charity this
Yes,
year.
I agree. It is a very heavy...
More than I've ever seen. And
Yeah.
I think it was even prior to the registration disaster.
Yeah. I think because people didn't want to have to worry about the registration through Run Disney, so people wanted to get their bibs ahead of time. Normally, it's people don't get a bib and then they look for a charity afterwards. This kind of went the opposite way, which is definitely unusual. But Diana and Michael went the traditional way. It's actually the morning that we were closing on the house,
which worked out so well.
Oh gosh. So we both happened to be off from work. We hopped on our 5 or 6 different devices.
Yeah, we did our walkthrough, came back. No, we went for a run and came back. Yeah.
Yep. We hopped on at like 9:40ish. I saw that I was refreshing. I saw that it opened. We hopped in queue. I texted Diana. Diana said she was in queue. Everything seemed like a normal Run Disney morning. And then what happened?
Then nothing happened. Then people were waiting and
waiting.
And I was logged in on my laptop. And I guess I had kind of gone in, but I wasn't like panic, like doom scrolling, where I was like every 30 seconds I was refreshing, but I was refreshing every, I was checking emails. I was working and then I'd refresh. So I think I got into the queue about like 9:40. I don't know. I saw people online saying that they were in the queue since like 9:15, 9:20. And I don't think that's true. I think they were just on the website.
Yes. I was on.
yeah.
I got on at 9:30 and I started refreshing pretty much every like minute or so because we were just sitting here watching TV. So I was just hitting the refresh button. And when it opened right around 9:40.
Yep. So I got in and I got on my laptop. And then, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes later, I was like, well, let me open it on my phone too. So then I opened it on my phone. As people started panicking, hey, is this what everyone's getting? This is normal. I said, well, let me try one more device. And I pulled out my, my tablet, and I opened it on that. And that's when I realized the entire Run Disney website was down.
Yeah. And that's when everyone started getting the Seven Dwarfs. I mean, I'm sure everyone's been there. Everyone's kind of heard this story in the Run Disney community. So we won't like rehash too much, but like the Seven Dwarfs came up, nobody could get in. And then there was no communication for a while, which was the part, like we were all in queue. Like, what are we supposed to do? And it wasn't until like a half hour later, they finally sent out like a tweet or a Facebook post that was like, we're aware that there's an issue. And that was it.
Yeah,
and you were like,
I think
cool.
it was more than 30 minutes.
I think it was close to an hour. Yeah.
It was close to an hour. Everyone was like, do we leave? Do we close? Do we
that's
refresh?
Yeah.
And all the text messages were going off. And I think like as kind of a group, and I don't know where it was or what other people were doing, but we all decided don't do anything. Just let it be was kind of our collective decision.
The 12 o'clock or the 11 o'clock update was like, don't leave the queue. So then every like 15 minutes, there was a new message that said, don't leave the queue, like with a new timestamp. And then eventually at 12:30, at like 12 o'clock, they announced that at 12:30 that the registration would begin.
Yeah, it was kind of, I don't know. I just think it is just such a bad situation because so many people planned their entire day
100%.
around this. They had planned meetings. They had planned, work events. They planned stuff with their kids.
I planned my entire house closing around this. I blocked it. I said we had a meeting in the morning so that we could do Dopey registration.
Yeah, and it's just, I just feel like it's totally disrespectful of people's lives and their time, and they don't care. Like they never really did an apology. They never did anything about it, and they honestly don't have to care because people will come back and register again and again and again. So there's no motivation.
There's no accountability
to do better. There's no accountability, and there's no motivation for them to do better. And honestly,
what did we all do? We all sat in the line, and then we all signed up. So I mean, and it all sold out in like minutes or 39 minutes, I think it was in total for every single race to sell out. So, I mean, what did Run Disney learn from the experience? Nothing, because we all sat there like dopes.
Yeah. And the queue system, it just did. If Tom hadn't decided this was going to be his first Dopey and he was doing charity, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I would have just gotten out of line and just said it's not the year. Because I'm still convinced they're going to announce a theme for Springtime Surprise that I'm going to want to do, and I'm going to be irritated that I signed up for Dopey. I'm convinced that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I would have just jumped ship, but
they've created this monster because now everyone has like 5 or 6 devices all going at the same time. So now not only do you have the normal amount of people who are registering, you also have each of those people have multiple devices. So you're not talking like 30,000. You're talking 30,000 times 2 to 5 devices at a time. Yeah. So now literally everybody other than the few people who had done charity, which is what, like 5% of the people registering for all of Dopey or for all of the races, all in the system all at the same time.
it's just the disrespect that whole process took almost 3 hours on a Tuesday morning, and they did nothing about it. Even when, and I was telling people this happened with D23. Tom and I went the first year that they did queues like this to get into the large panels, and it was such a mess. After like 40 minutes, they sent out a message that said that they were changing the registration date, which it would have pissed people off. It would have made some people, happy, whatever it was. But at least they said, we can't resolve this in a reasonable amount of time. We're going to delay it and at least communicate with you.
Well, I don't add a lot to stressful situations.
I was glad you weren't at.
I said
I'm
that.
sure. If it was me and her trying to do this side by side, different outcome.
Would you be married?
Different outcome.
And again, the thing was, if it wasn't, and honestly, at the end of the day, I was just glad he had a bib. I was like, if I get in, I'll do whatever race I get in for. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Like, my heart wouldn't have been broken if it wasn't Dopey. So, like, I was paying attention, but I was taking calls. Yeah. Like, I conducted a call, like, while
and some people
while
did.
I was in the queue, like, as much as I could. But I have the job that allowed for that. Yeah. And I,
but a lot of people didn't. Like, Matt had to literally leave to go to a field meeting. Like, like, his meeting is out in the world.
In the
like,
world.
He can't sit on his phone and so I don't know. He missed Dopey. He was super mad. I know a few people who missed it. So, I mean, I don't know.
Unless you're doing a lottery, nothing like this is ever going to be 100% fair. And I don't know what they would ever do to make it 100% fair. But I don't know. Everyone seems to have these like parameters about like what they think is fair. Like
the Brooklyn half marathon is now a lottery system, but a few years ago it wasn't. And I remember when I did it at like 2017, 2018, I don't know, some amount of years ago. I remember someone telling me it's super stressful. It's like Run Disney stressful. You have to be on at exactly noon when it opens, and you have to like be ready, and like it sells out super quick. And then a couple years later, they went to a queue system the same way that Disney has that queue system. And there are people who are still waiting at 5:30 to get into the system. And it kept telling them that they just had to wait. And like people weren't registered until like super late in the day. And like people wasted hours upon hours upon hours. And it was this whole thing. And now they finally went to a lottery system because like they could not just keep doing that. And this is New York Roadrunners, the people who run the New York Marathon. Like it's like an organization that does hundreds of races a year between 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, and the New York City Marathon. Like it should not, their IT is about the same as Disney's IT. Well, Tom, do you have anything else to add to that?
I mean, hot take. I'm excited. I'm like really excited to be signed up for my first marathon as a part of Dopey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the
all.
exciting part. And seeing people.
So, yeah, what's on your race calendar, guys?
Oh, yeah. Didn't you do Soul of the City?
We did do Soul of the City.
Did we not talk about that?
A couple of weeks
when
ago.
Was that?
It was 2 weeks ago, right?
It was 2 weeks ago. We haven't talked about it. Soul of the City is one of my favorite races. I love that race. It's a little different now because they closed the Charm City run in McHenry Row where it used to start and end. So the course is kind of the same, but I think it was a little bit better the way it was. So, but I ran with Nicole and Ryan, and I kept wanting to walk up these giant ass hills, and they wouldn't let me. So I ended up with, I don't know, what did I say? It was like a 90-second PR or something like that, or it was in the seconds. It wasn't like a 5-minute PR. So I was happy about that. And it was cold, which irritated me because that race is always warm.
Yeah, it was kind of windy and cold, so it was kind of miserable at the start. But
yeah,
I will say you push yourself. As someone who habitually does not push themselves, Diana definitely pushes herself to be faster. and she kind of aligns herself with, our faster runner friends, and
Mhm.
that's awesome.
And I did look before the race. Like I looked up what my PR was.
Oh, that's
So you
good.
went in knowing.
Yeah.
So like I kind of went in knowing, and then near the end I wasn't exactly sure what I would get. I think my previous my previous 10K PR has always been with Pikes Peak, which is that race Jen Hall.
Oh, they
Just
just
PR'd.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that every year for my Disney Proof of Time.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Should have done it this year.
Mm.
Well,
Well, you
although with a
need.
marathon,
I was going to say
I
you
need
need
longer
a
than
longer.
that. Yeah.
you need.
But for just
one.
a half marathon, that's what I always use because it's
Yeah.
basically a big downhill.
Oh,
is what my
okay.
take
You can
is.
use 10Ks for a half marathon Disney Proof of Time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to run a
Yeah.
10K for any other weekends I might want to do then, because I could definitely run a 10K faster than I psych myself out once I'm over like a certain distance of like I can't do
Mhm.
that pace for like that long. So then I don't even really try in the beginning. And then when my legs are feeling good and I get faster, and then I always wonder if I could have done better. Anyway,
Yeah.
but a 10K, I can convince myself to just run
Mhm.
fast for 10K.
Yeah. We did that run like 4 or 5 years in a row. And we'd always get, 20, 30
Good.
seconds
Yeah.
faster.
Good PR
Like,
times. Yeah.
it's
I'll
a
have to,
great
look for
PR.
a 10K.
yeah, it's
Interesting.
really fun too. They have like pizza and all kinds of stuff at the end. So yeah, you did Solo City and you ran with Nikki.
Yeah, we did okay. We're both very mental runners. I don't think I was really feeling it that day, and
Oh yeah, you were in a mood that morning.
yeah, but we did okay.
Yeah. So we
And
did
then
that,
you guys
and then
ran with the dogs this weekend, right?
yep, and then we ran with the dogs this weekend after being sick all week. You know what happened to me that never happens to me? Like I decided I was feeling good, so I was like, "Hey, I'm just going to try and run the 5K. I haven't worked out all week." And I got like my calves and my shins hurt so bad, like
Oh,
more
wow.
than they ever have on any race. I've like never experienced like when people and now I'm like, have I ever had shin splints before? And I'm not sure if I have, and if that's what I was
Oh.
experiencing. Like,
Was it because you were dehydrated?
It must have been.
Because
Like,
I get
don't
calf
know what it
problems
was.
when I'm dehydrated like that.
But like, it was like and I've gotten like calf cramps before, but this was like everything below my knee hurt. Like the front, like the shin hurt. It was all knotted up. So I was going to go in, and I even like set my intervals to be like super long, where I was like, I'm not going to try and run the whole thing out, but I'll run 9 minutes and then walk a minute, and then run 9 minutes and then walk a minute. And I like did it for the first 9 minutes, and then I was like, I kept having to take breaks, and I don't know if it was like it is super hilly. But it probably started, I don't know, a half mile in, and then they were still hurting at the end. And then when I was walking around after the race, they felt fine. So I don't know if like I put my body into shock after not working out for like a whole week.
Could have been.
But I was like, what the hell? But other than my body, it is a delightful little race, and we want to do it like every year. Although
Nice.
a ton of other races happened that day, which make it kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like there was like a ton of people doing stuff that day.
Yeah.
Tom did the mile walk with Archie.
I hobbled my hobbling self with Archie, but yeah, it's a good event.
Yeah, it raises money for a local dog shelter. Yeah, they do a mile walk, or you can do a 5K, or you could do a 5K or the mile walk with a dog. So
Yep.
it's lots of dogs and kids. They did, I will say, logistically this year wasn't so great, and they're a little tiny race. I don't know, probably 100 people were doing
Oh.
this. So like people like got there like super late for registration or to like pick up their bibs. Like they don't even do like a bib pickup before you pick it up like that morning. And there's a huge line, so there was a big delay. So people were hanging out. So I think it was supposed to start at 8, and I don't think they let us off until like 8:45.
Yeah, and the problem is all the walkers and dog walkers kind of go out immediately following the runners,
And they weren't supposed to do that.
and they weren't supposed to do that. But then the runners
Loop.
sort of do a loop, and After the first loop, the middle pack of the runners come right up through the walkers. A lot of them having, and this is like a sidewalk. Think of like our sidewalks here in Maryland. This is like a sidewalk.
Yeah. Wow.
And yeah, and a lot of the walkers have dogs, and little children, and it's just.
It was supposed to be all the runners go, runners with dogs, and then there was supposed to be like a 10 or 15 minute break, and then the walkers were supposed to go. But I think because it got all delayed, the little guy
everyone kind of went
didn't really understand. Everyone just kind of went.
Yeah.
Because even because I didn't have the dog with me, but even as I was running through the start line, people were running with their dogs, and I'm like, you're not supposed to be here yet. There's dogs all over the place. So I don't know. I kind of like the chaotic energy.
It was chaotic.
So I feed off of that. So it didn't bother me until my calf started bothering me.
Oh God.
But yeah, so I did that, and then I've done Orange Theory the last couple of days, and have not been running. I've just been doing walking at an incline.
Walking inclines, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We are just about done our round of Orange Theory, where we maybe have a couple classes left. We're finishing up in May with the house and everything. So I think I kind of burned out on it anyway. I'm having trouble staying motivated. Going there, and I think just because it's really nice out.
The weather,
the weather. It's nice out. So I mean, we like going. We like the coaches we have, and there's people there we see. We enjoy going with and all. But yeah, no, I've discovered some. I mean, I've run around where the house is like a ton of times, but I've discovered a bunch of hills there, which is nice.
So you can do hills workout.
Yeah, and we don't have hardly any hills around us at all. So finding a 50-foot hill is like finding gold, basically. It's hard. So there's a big park near us, or multiple parks. There's actually a ton of parks near us, and some have
that's awesome
dirt trails and stuff, and they're rooty, and they're not super long or anything, but it's something different. So you're not just always doing the same thing. Tom, you'd have a heart attack. There's roots everywhere.
Nice.
Sticking up in loops to hook your feet in and everything else.
It's just
at least
dangerous.
I think that's so good for you guys, because I think one of the complaints about where you are now, as much as you like it, is it's not really easy for you guys to just go out on a run, or do even more dynamic workouts. There's not really good space for you to go do speed work, or I'm gonna go here and I'll do hills tonight. So I think this will give you kind of the variety that you were missing in.
Yeah,
what's OTF for?
Well, we're not sure if the high school has the track open all the time or not, but there's a paved track, at least at the park, and there's a 10-mile paved loop that connects multiple parks. So there's all kinds of options for places to run. And like I said, I was doing the City Strides thing. We're going to work on doing every street in the town, and then maybe do the next town over and things like that. So just little things to keep motivated and slowly creeping up on mileage and stuff like that. I ran my first 20-mile week in 2 months, which is weird that I haven't run that many miles.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny when you guys are at low mileage, because it's so used to you being oh, I did 35, 40
I don't know
this
what
week.
You guys are talking about. I haven't run over 20 miles.
It's been longer.
Since October.
Yeah, it's been longer for you.
Other than the weekends, we have races.
Yeah.
I'm forced to walk that distance. I haven't had a 20-mile week in 6+ months. So
I think my last 30-mile week was Disney Marathon.
Yeah, I mean, I did Disney Marathon weekend, obviously, and then the weekend of the 5K, 10K, and 10-miler.
I'm sure I had. I think I had another
other
one,
than outside race weekends, I haven't run in forever.
No, I've been trying to be consistent.
It's not that weird anymore for me, because it's been over 6 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it hasn't been as long for me. I mean, obviously, I had good training going in Peleton and all that. So, but and we did a lot of Orange Theory. So I'm kind of over being inside, and so Orange Theory is going to take a back seat maybe until winter, or who knows.
I think that's a great plan.
If we get a treadmill, maybe it just takes a back seat. Who knows?
Yeah, and our spring is relatively quiet. Like, I was actually thinking about, like, maybe I want to do Frederick or something this weekend, but I just, after being off a week, I don't know if, like, I have it in me. And then dopey training for us, and I'm sure we'll do, like, a whole episode on kind of what dopey training will look like for us. But we don't even have that on calendar until, like, the end of June, early July.
Oh, that's okay.
To start doing, like, even, like, 5-mile runs.
Yeah.
Like, basically we need to be like half marathon ish
to
trained,
start,
like by like August, September.
Oh, okay.
So like it's not like
it's not coming
crazy.
Up fast or anything. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna try and do some maintenance and see if there's anything like spring that's kind of fun that we want to do. Like we've got, we've talked about this a lot. We're doing like a little taco mile and I don't know. There's a bunch of like local 10Ks and stuff. So I think we might just do some local type stuff for a little while. I was thinking about maybe doing the Baltimore 10 miler, but haven't committed to that. So just not really registered for anything. You're not, are you, you registered for anything?
No, not at all.
Yeah, we have first date and we might do the race in Raleigh, which is the week before first date. But they're just both halves. So nothing crazy long or anything. Just no time right now.
In all of February, I ran 23 miles.
Well, there you go. That's a big month.
Yeah.
That's how little I've been doing.
Well, that's because you had your lazy butt.
Well, I mean, even before that, I had like 50 miles, 55 miles, 51 miles over a month, like a full month. So, yeah, I haven't had any mileage significant. In January, I ran goofy for 39.3 miles in one weekend, and my total mileage for the month was 50. So outside of goofy, I ran a total of like 10 miles. And you figure with Disney overages, I probably on my watch ran like 42 miles that weekend.
Yeah, probably.
So I did 8 miles outside of Disney Marathon weekend. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't know.
I think I sabotaged myself after Springtime Surprise because I felt so good that entire weekend.
Yeah,
like, I felt good every race. Like, and a 10 miler, I felt like great. I felt like super strong. And then my immune system backfired on me. So,
yeah.
What are you going to do?
I got to figure out some sort of plan to get my mileage back to some semblance of. If I'm not able to get myself to 30 miles a week by like mid-June, I don't know that I can do the 100-miler.
Yeah, probably not if you can't. Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, that's what that comes down to. The fact that I just looked and I haven't even done a 60-mile month, and we're going to need to be at 60 miles a week, like 2 months after that.
Oh my God.
That's kind of an issue.
Yeah.
Seems excessive.
So.
Yeah, I would say you got to set some short-term goals to see if you can hit them before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, my leg's still super frustrating. Like Saturday after the 8-miler, Saturday during the 8-miler, I felt fine, except for when we were in the Rudy section of a trail. Because where we moved, there's some like trails kind of next to the river. And I came down on my hip a little weird. But then once we were back on the regular road, I mean, we ran kind of negative splits, and I ran pretty decent at the end of it. I mean, I was very tired and my legs were like sorer than they've been, but that like sore of like a good workout. But then Sunday I woke up and my hip hurt a lot again. So I don't know.
I'll say this. I'm optimistic, and I'm excited to see all of our fitness journeys throughout this year as we prepare for our future goals.
So we watched Dirty Dancing this past week. I think it was a week ago, right?
Yeah, before 70mm recorded their Dirty Dancing episode.
Yeah, so we watched. I hadn't seen Dirty Dancing in a little while, but of course, like everybody, I've seen it 552 times. So I was inspired to do a run hike yoga of the actors in Dirty Dancing.
Oh my God.
There should be a link in the show notes so you can access the document. First up, we have the Swayzes.
Oh my God. The Roadhouse Swayze.
We have Dalton from
Oh my
Roadhouse. We have Johnny Castle from, what's that called? Dirty Dancing. And whatever the guy from Ghost's name is. Does anybody know that name? I don't think so.
God.
Probably not. But we all know Dalton and we all know Johnny.
Isn't it Sam?
Is
It
it
is
Sam?
Sam.
It is
Oh,
Sam.
there you go.
Whoopi Goldberg
It's
says
a
it.
great pull.
Very good. All right,
That is
so
a great pull.
we got Dalton, Johnny, and Sam. Obviously, it's the characters. Since they're all Patrick Swayze, it's the characters.
And the premise is, who would you rather run with, hike with, or do yoga with?
Yes.
For those that don't know.
Run, hike, or yoga. Hike is a long-term thing.
I mean,
Run.
yoga is definitely going to be Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze.
See,
for
that's
me.
exactly what I was thinking.
That seems, yeah. Well, have you not seen Roadhouse?
I have, but I still think that I would rather yoga with.
Andy's a dancer, so he's stretchy.
Yes,
Did you not see his Tai Chi in Roadhouse?
it's true. But again,
I don't think I've ever seen
Shirtless
Roadhouse.
nobody
Tai Chi.
puts
Yes.
baby in a corner. I guess I would run away from Sam run with Sam from Ghost and hike and spend some time with the Roadhouse dude. Get to know him at the core.
Man, that's a weird choice.
I don't think I know enough, and I'd kind of think the same way because Sam didn't appreciate what he had until he was dead. So, and he's also probably like an 80s, like Wall Street bro.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
point. I forgot about that.
Isn't he
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
Is he not
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
I don't want any part of that.
That's a good
yeah,
point.
I want to run and get
Yeah.
that over with.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Yeah. That's sort of how I
Tom
feel.
is being himself. Like, Tom,
God, that's accurate.
like,
Like, I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but Dalton has a philosophy degree from NYU and is a cooler.
I don't think I've ever seen Roadhouse. Like, I think I've seen scenes from it.
Oh, you
But
gotta
I
watch
don't
it.
think-
Oh my
You
god!
I don't think
gotta
I've
watch
seen
it.
it from start to
No,
finish.
you have to watch
First, you
it.
have to watch it, and then you have to listen to the old school
Paper Keg,
episode that Michael once shared with me, where Dale from the current show Bat and Spider describes
The sex scene
the sex
in the
scene.
most disturbing way I've ever heard.
Just
All right, so wait, hold on. Is everyone saying that you're going to do yoga
With Johnny.
with Johnny Castle?
Yes,
Yeah, it feels
Yes.
like
That,
yeah.
that's
It feels
accurate.
right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels right.
it feels right.
Feels
You
right.
saw those hips,
Yeah.
and then you're running with the ghost,
Yeah.
Yes.
and you're hiking with Dalton.
With
Yes.
Dalton.
Yeah, this
Roadhouse.
next one's pretty
This
easy for
isn't-
me too.
This is not how I think Michael expected that answer to go.
I had totally forgotten that he was a Wall Street bro kind of guy in Ghost. Like I thought he was just some dude. But now it makes more sense because
I don't remember. Don't quote me on that, but that's kind of what I remember.
Wasn't
He's
there
like the
some,
bad
like,
boyfriend and then he
insider
died.
trading
Like,
or something.
yes, there's something
Yeah.
like nefarious
But
going
but
on.
he
Like,
he didn't do it. He got set up. Remember, his best friend set him up,
Oh yeah, but
and
still,
then the scary ghosts came out of the shadows and drug him.
yes,
Yep,
drug
that's
him
right.
down. Yeah, that was creepy actually. Yeah.
All right, so that was a good one.
All right, we have the Jennifer Greys. We have Jennifer Grey in Red Dawn, which she was in with Patrick Swayze, as a matter of fact.
Oh my goodness!
I can't wait till we get to Jerry Orbach.
we have Jennifer Grey as Ferris Bueller's sister, and we have Jennifer Grey, of course, as baby Frances Houseman.
I want to.
This-
I want to hike with Ferris's sister. I feel like
Oh, absolutely
yeah.
not. Like it's the opposite. It's got to run. You got to run away from her.
I think she would be so hilarious the entire time.
Yeah, she was pretty snarky the way she put down Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I feel like
Shane,
she would
I think
entertain
she's
me.
kind of a Karen. I feel like she's like a Karen in that movie. All she wants to do is get Ferris in trouble.
Yeah, but he's
like
terrible
the
in
wet-
that movie.
She's like the wet blanket over the whole movie.
But he's terrible. Like, as an adult, he's terrible.
I don't know.
As a kid, he was amazing. As an adult, he's really terrible.
Who, Ferris Bueller?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna yoga with Baby
Well, I mean, you have to, I think.
the same way I would yoga with Patrick Swayze, obviously, or Patrick Swayze. With,
Yeah, I feel like the Dirty
Johnny.
Dancing part of it, kind of yeah.
So that means I'm running with the Red Dawn chick.
That's probably good because she probably ran from the communist Soviet invaders at that point.
That's true.
In Red Dawn, yeah.
I would hike with Red Dawn because she is a survivor.
Yeah, good point.
Wolverines. I would definitely yoga with Baby. Although, how old was she in that movie? I feel like
17.
it's creepy.
Well, are we going with like the character,
I
or
think
like how old she was when she played?
Yeah, we're gonna go with as Jennifer Grey. It's the characters, but
Hey, we're just doing yoga.
appropriately
But nothing
aged
Just doing
gross,
yoga.
but
Yeah.
appropriately aged characters.
Yes, yeah.
And then I'm gonna run with Ferris Bueller's sister,
Okay.
like she was running through the house
Mhm.
from
Trying to catch him.
Edward Rooney, the principal
Rudy.
of the high school.
Yeah, it's such a
Oh my
mess.
god!
That
Sorry, I moved on to the next. Michael, I have
God.
the people on the screen. So anyway, keep going. The next one is ridiculous.
We
The
have
most ridiculous one that has ever existed.
is it Jerry Orbach?
it's
Yes.
Jerry Orbach. So we have
Yes.
we have, of course, Dr. Houseman from Dirty Dancing.
I'm not sure they're going to know who.
You
the
may
next
not
one
know
is.
who this is, but it's Harry McGraw, his character from Murder, She Wrote, and his own show, The Law on Harry McGraw, which is
I thought, oh my God.
which is a guy with a Brooklyn accent who is actually from Boston
Yes,
and not from Brooklyn, and is like a old-timey detective,
Guys.
noir detective.
But the next
In
one
the
is
worst
more
way
ridiculous.
And of course,
Is
It
it
gets
Lumiere?
it's Lumiere. And of course,
It
Lumiere.
better be Lumiere.
It just gets more ridiculous.
And it's Lumiere, yes.
I thought it was going to be maybe Law and Order instead of.
Nope.
I felt Law and Order
Law and
was
Order
too
was
similar.
I was going to say Law and Order feels like the go-to, so we had to go off center.
Yeah,
there.
so Lumiere.
go off center.
So yeah, so I felt like Law and Order guy was too close to Dr. Houseman. It's like the same basic tone, you know?
Mm, yeah.
So we'll go Lumiere.
I'm
He's-
gonna yoga with the candle because look at his when he moves his arms, he's got so much dexterity.
And he's got 3 sticks.
So we're gonna yoga with the candles.
I can't.
I'm gonna run with Harry McGraw.
Yeah, Harry McGraw is like the most ridiculous
but
of
I don't
these
know.
3
The
characters.
father's also kind of the worst.
The
Oh,
father
man.
is the worst.
father-
So I would run from the father.
But
And
I don't know
then
that I could hike with Harry McGraw.
Harry
You have
McGraw-
not- you have not heard this really terrible accent.
Of all the characters, Harry McGraw is the most annoying. to
I
be
don't know
around.
that I could spend that much time
Yeah.
with Harry McGraw's accent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run with Harry McGraw and hike with the terrible dad.
No,
I feel like
can't be around the terrible dad.
The dad was not great, but he
He
did
wasn't terrible.
learn in the end. And he also helped Penny.
That's true.
Get Penny out of a
He
jam.
did help Penny.
That's true. And like they never seemed to have a problem with their relationship until Johnny showed up. So like
This is a good point.
what's the deal
Johnny,
with that?
Johnny is
Like-
like 28 and she's like 17.
Like I feel like if it was my daughter,
Problematic.
like, and she was like going to college and going to join the Peace Corps, and then she hooked up with this like dancer at a summer camp, I would be equally annoyed.
Yes, exactly.
He did take the money away from Robbie, like the second he found out.
He did.
He was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but he like trusts his daughter because like she asked him for the money, and he was
Yeah, I
like,
just gave it to her.
he just gave it to her.
Yeah.
Are we redeeming the dad from Dirty Dancing? Like,
Yes.
is he
Sounds like it
becoming
might
the
be.
hero? Is he the real hero?
I mean,
I would hike with him.
in the
I
end,
would hike
I'm,
with him
I'm gonna
because
hike
I feel
with
like
him.
I feel like he could impart some knowledge on me, You can't run with Lumiere because that's dangerous. So you got you
No
gotta.
feet.
It's slow movements. You got to yoga, and then I guess I'm running with whoever he plays
Harry McGraw.
from a detective.
Also, the candlestick. I mean, he's got 3 sticks.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and haven't you seen him kiss the feather duster
Yeah.
down the
That's true.
Yeah.
shaft?
Ah.
Oh, my God. This
Next
one's
up,
really
we got
bad,
a
too.
crew. We got a crew next
Oh,
up.
God.
We have the boys of Kellerman's. Of course, Kellerman's the place they went to vacation in Dirty Dancing. We have good old Neil Kellerman, who tried to hit on Baby in the beginning. We have Robbie, who impregnated Penny and tried to have sex with
The sister.
with what's her name,
The
sister, with Baby's sister. And we have Billy, who was the brooding friend
I helped her
of
carry
Johnny.
watermelon.
Yeah, and helped carry watermelon. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to yoga with Billy
I feel like
because
Billy
I
didn't.
cannot yoga with either of the other 2 of them.
Well, and Billy didn't do anything wrong the whole movie. I
I
don't
guess
think
that's true.
he was just friends with Penny and Johnny.
Yeah,
basically,
like
yeah.
I'm gonna have to yoga with Billy, which
Yeah.
leaves me.
If only you could do everything
right.
with Billy,
Yeah,
but you
No,
can't.
okay, so, but like, I feel like Billy, I might want to spend some time with, so I'm gonna hike with Billy.
There you go.
ugh, but that means you got to yoga with the other 2. I mean, I guess you
Well,
could
then I'm
yoga
gonna
with
yoga
Neil.
with Robbie because he obviously puts it down.
I mean, like I don't want to give credit to Robbie, but he's clearly
Virile.
he's clearly sought after at Kellerman's.
Yeah, isn't he also sleeping with like the older lady?
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
it's like-
yeah.
He's like pulling random
Yeah.
card playing
But so
people's wives.
So was Johnny
There's
though.
so much
wait,
stuff in
wait,
this
but
movie.
so was Johnny.
He did. Yeah.
Johnny was putting
And we
down
all
with.
said that we would yoga with Johnny.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah,
But I
think we know where this
I
is
also
going.
do not find Robbie attractive.
I mean, but
Here's
do
my
you
deal.
find Neil attractive?
I find Billy more attractive than either.
That's
of
not
2
the
of them.
question.
So
You've
that's
already
why I'm
chosen
saying-
Billy.
Well, that's why I'm saying I would yoga with Billy because he's the
Yeah.
only one that I find attractive enough to do some yoga with.
I guess you hike with Neil because he's got more money.
Yes.
I
No,
guess.
no. Here's what because I've played second fiddle to people in the past, and Billy does nothing but play second fiddle to Johnny.
This is true.
Like
Yeah.
he's always like, "Hey, I'm interested in this girl. I made her carry a watermelon." Johnny's like, "Hold on, let me take that from you." So I want to hear his story. I want to learn about Billy.
There you go.
So I'm
There you
gonna
go.
hi-
Billy was interested in Baby.
Huh?
Do you think that's why he brought her?
Yeah.
We are just
She came-
peeling
she
the
came
onion.
with
That
me.
is dirty
She came with
dancing
me.
right now.
So I want to learn about Billy. So I'm going to hike with Billy. I want to hear his story, not overshadowed by Johnny.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
would
That's fair.
I would run with Neil because we're both going to be out of breath and he's annoying and I don't want to hear him talk. So we'll just run.
That's a good point too.
Plus, his dad owns the place,
Yeah.
so like he could probably hook us up with lunch afterwards.
True.
And then I'm going to yoga with
Robbie. Yeah.
Because Robbie, like, if I was like, "Hey, can we get some girls to come to this yoga studio?" He's going to pack it out
it's
with
true.
like housewives.
That's true.
So, like, I'm just saying, he's a decent wingman. If he's also he's a scumbag, but he's a decent wingman.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh
That's
my
fair.
God.
That's fair. He is a
Wow.
scumbag, but yes, fair.
Wow.
Oh gosh. And our
Oh my
final
God, Yeah.
our final category, we have the women of Kellerman's.
I mean, this one's pretty obvious.
We have Penny, of course. We have Lisa Houseman, the sister of Baby, and we have Marjorie Houseman, the mother of Baby.
I'm gonna.
Listen,
I'm
Mike,
still
you
gonna.
couldn't even do like the little lady that was stealing the
Yeah,
I
water.
thought about that.
I'm still gonna hike with. I'm gonna hike with the mom. Run from the sister, and I mean, look at the picture you chose for Penny. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she's
yoga
got her
with
legs
Penny.
straight up in the air.
I've got thoughts.
I feel like all the dancers are the yoga partners, essentially. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Except for Robbie.
Penny looks sneaky old, kind of like Patrick Swayze.
Oh yeah, they're both
Where
like
I'm like,
35.
what age is this woman?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, so I have this thing where I call it Ava Longoria syndrome. Is it? No, it's not. Ava Mendes syndrome.
Yes.
She's looked 35
For
her
20
entire
years, yeah.
career. I have no idea how old she is. When she's in things when she's 20, she looks like she's damn near 40.
It's true.
And now she's like 50 and still looks like damn near 40. How old is this woman? And that's what Penny is to me. Where I'm like, what are you? Like, what is happening here? You never look youthful.
She might be as old as the mom, honestly. I don't even know.
Could be.
That's Paul Rudd, right?
So
That's my rant for tonight.
I don't know if we answered the question. I want to learn more about the mom. I'm going to hike with her.
There you go. That makes sense.
Mom's kind of sweet. I think I'd hike with the mom.
Yeah, the mom
too.
Yeah,
is
and
nice.
she
That's why
stick-
I said that.
They both of those parents, they're good parents, by the way. Because when Jerry Orbach wanted to like intervene at the last dance, he was like, "Sit down."
Yep, and he
And
listened.
she put her foot down,
Yeah.
and he
Listen.
listened because he respects his wife.
Yeah.
And she respects her daughter.
There you go.
So I'm gonna hike with her. I guess you gotta run with the sister. The sister is infuriatingly annoying.
I
She
kind of
is.
think she's funny.
She's hilarious. Yes, yes. But the voice
then for-
alone. Oh my
The
god.
voice is bad. The voice is
When
And
she
then
bad.
for
sings- when she
reasons-
sings, it's just I don't even
Oh, it's
know.
great.
See, yeah.
And then for reasons why like we can't get into on this podcast, I would definitely do yoga
See,
with Penny.
I'm almost thinking I might yoga with the sister and then run with Penny. Because I'm kind of indifferent. Like,
Yeah.
she's bringing nothing to the table.
Hey, Penny.
She's very flexible.
Penny was
Yeah.
also she was kind of rude to Baby.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all Baby did was get that money,
Yeah.
try to help her. Anyways, we're not going to get into that, but
I haven't watched this in so long. I cannot believe you guys just watched this.
we're definitely going to watch this again. Hey, Michael, I don't know if you have another one, but Newman from Seinfeld is also
I
in this
know.
movie.
He almost
Oh.
ended up in the boys of Kellerman's.
He should have.
He was very close.
You could have had the boys of Kellerman and then like the men of Kellerman.
like Mr. Kellerman.
Oh, and what's his name?
Or-
Who was the announcer
or the-
guy? Or the band leader?
The band leader.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Who looked like he was 80 but was probably 57 because it was the 80s.
What age are people? Like, this is bothering me tonight.
He's probably the same age as Eva Mendes.
Oh god.
God.
Yeah, yeah. So, what's his name? Newman almost made the cut. He almost replaced Billy.
You got a Billy. Justice
All right,
for Billy.
so can I throw one at you?
Yeah.
Newman from Seinfeld,
Oh god.
the character Newman played in Jurassic Park, and Newman from Kellerman's.
Oh my god.
Run, hike, yoga.
I'm gonna hike
It's like
with.
the same
God.
character.
Oh my god. I guess I'll hike with the Kellerman's Newman because he seemed less annoying than both of the other Newmans.
True.
Isn't he like the magician or comic or something?
He did stand up comic.
Yeah,
comedy.
some kind of random thing like that. God, who do you yoga with? I guess you yoga with Jurassic Park and run away from Newman.
It's a tough one
Oh, yeah, I guess that's what you got to do.
because he literally plays the exact same
It's
character
really this,
in
yeah,
everything.
It's really all the same. It's all the same.
All right, are we done there?
We are done. That was all of Run Hike Yoga for this time.
That was
That was
fantastic. Good job.
Really good. That was really good.
Thank you, Dirty Dancing,
enjoyed
for the
that.
inspiration.
I've had the time of my life with this run, hike, yoga.
So bad.
All right, let's do something good.
Something good? I have one, and I'm going to pull a Michael and talk about a movie
That's
that's
not even out.
yet. So, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness comes out this week. So, I will be seeing it with Tom. Him and I have a date on Thursday to go see it at like 6 p.m. I was going to do the 3 p.m. showing so we could get in first, but I don't want to take off work. I used to take off work, like 2 days of work for every Marvel movie.
Wow.
Or like a day and a half. Because I used to do like a half day because we used to do like a marathon. And then we'd go to a physical midnight showing because that's all it was. And then we'd get tickets like for midday on Saturday. But I don't know. I feel like we did see Spider-Man in the theaters, and I've been seeing stuff in the theaters, but I don't know. I feel like world's getting a little bit more back to normal. Like, I don't know. I'm just like really pumped to go back to the theater and see some Marvel.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
My something good. Actually, we were inspired. Diana was doing her arm workout tonight before we recorded, and The Simpsons were on. Just like a rerun, but like a recent season. I forgot how good and funny The Simpsons are.
We were
I love The
laughing.
Simpsons. It's just been a staple in my life for the longest time.
Forever. Yeah.
Flanders said something funny, and we both got the giggles. And I'm like, we never watch it. It's been on for ever.
30
But
years, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta appreciate some of the things that have been around.
You should do
And
Disney
that's-
Plus.
That's one of the things that I really appreciate is The Simpsons.
Mine is one of the top 3 superhero comic book movies of all time, and that is The Batman, up there with Dark Knight and Logan in the top 3 pantheon of comic book movies of all time.
I don't know. I was like back and forth between what I was going to do. I mean, we watched Severance, and Severance was excellent. I didn't love the end, but that's another show where like each individual piece of it, each actor, each scene, each thing that happens is so beautiful. That I loved it, but because of the end, I don't know if I can make it my something good. I don't know. I don't know what my something good is.
Real
the
World Homecoming.
Homecoming has been enjoyable.
Oh my God.
It's been absolutely a weird, ridiculous ride. I don't know. I can't pinpoint something. I mean, my new town, something good.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good.
That's something good.
I
New
said that I was
town,
going
new
to use.
adventures.
I said I was going to use Haddonfield as my new, but then I also used that as my my what I'm running for.
Yeah.
So can I use it for both?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, we're very happy with it. So yes.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. And I know it was stressful, and I know I'm very happy that you guys are at this stage now when, that whole process is very stressful. So
Oh yeah.
you made it to a better spot,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now you have just a bunch to look forward to. So I guess that'll wrap us up. Thank you everyone for listening. Like Michael said, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. Please like, share, subscribe, review, all that good stuff. We really appreciate all of you. And just in the spirit of
The Batman.
I guess Dopey, I'm going to quote Jeff Galloway, who you should know who that is. And Jeff reminds us that being an athlete is a state of mind which is not bound by age, performance, or your place in the running pack. And I will take Aaron's giant yawn just now as an indication that we will talk to you later. And goodbye.
I thought you were gonna do the Batman and be like, tonight will be the night that I will follow you.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
Oh my God, what is happening?
He's so emo.
Bye.
Oh man.